You know why healing feels so strange? Because your brain is used to the chaos. And it's like it gets that hit of dopamine once you get the chaos. And your brain gets addicted to cycles, right? To roller coaster, like up and downs, if that's what it is. Like you get that hit of dopamine. And it's a cycle. And your brain becomes conditioned to think that that's normal. And so when it doesn't get that next fight or that next whatever, your brain's like, what did I do? I'm not getting that attention anymore. So then you don't get the hit of dopamine or the release of the norepinephrine and serotonin. There's a very real thing that happens when you are subjected to narcissistic abuse. And if you don't get, like, if you're starved of love and then all of a sudden you get a little bit of love and then you get no love and you get the silence treatment and then you're like craving that attention, so then you go back for more, and it keeps you in that cycle of the fight or flight plus the this feels good because now he's finally attention in me. You know, attention me is what my kid used to say. Attention me, mommy, attention me. There's a reason that people get addicted to that and then crave that. But we aren't, in the moment, we aren't able to recognize that cycle and how it's affecting our mind because we're so caught up in it. But an outsider can see it the first time. You want more? Okay. But the outsider sees it, okay? But they just don't know how to say anything. But your spouse might be the person that is causing the turmoil. But then your brain, once it stops, once all that stops and goes away, your brain has to readjust and it has to reevaluate what normal looks like. And it has to get that cycle, that conditioned cycle, out of it. It has to stop that and figure out, okay, what is it supposed to look like? What am I supposed to be doing right now? Am I supposed to be making you happy? Am I supposed to be making you have energy? Am I supposed to be making you tired? And it gets confused. So then when you're healing everything and you're starting to figure out like where the pieces fit and how you make a difference, and then your brain gets the dopamine because you make a difference in little ways in your life, in your kids' lives, your brain starts to be wondering what happened. Where did it go? Where did that hit of dopamine go? Where did that chaos go? Because that's what you were thriving on for so long, and that's what you were breadcrumbing with for so long. You were getting little tiny breadcrumbs here and there, and your brain was like, oh my God, it feels so good. But it doesn't. It doesn't feel good. It's absolutely chaos and turmoil and delusions. So remember, when you're in the healing process, it may feel weird and very uncomfortable when the peace comes and you're not used to it and you don't understand why nothing feels nothing. Like nothingness feels nothingness. And you have to reteach yourself how to get the dopamine during the day, how to get the things that, like, from your changing your environment or changing your hair and nurturing yourself. When you learn to nurture yourself, things get better. You start getting the hits of dopamine from other things in your physical life. But whatever you think will become your reality, which is why your brain and how you treat yourself is so important. It is the most important thing. Take care of your brain, take care of your body, take care of your soul, because that is what's going to get you through anything. Money doesn't matter. All the other shit doesn't matter. This is what matters. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, and remember to give yourself grace in those moments, because when you're healing and you're going through those cycles and unlearning all that bad behavior and all those bad traits and all the things that you've learned to be conditioned by and with just to love someone, it's hell on the mind to completely recondition. And make sure if you need it, you get therapy, because sometimes we need an outside source, or we need to physically say it out loud to understand, whoa, that's kind of bad. And now I'm addicted to this cycle. So it's important that you voice it. If you think that you're like Delulu, say it out loud. Say it out loud 5 times and then see what your brain goes, yeah, that's right. That makes sense. And then you're not going to feel so crazy after all. I've taught my children that even if it's in your room by yourself and you say something, or you have a thing that's going on in your brain and it's just like on repeat and you're just like, why won't this leave my mind? Because we have ADHD and autism and anxiety, and sometimes your brain gets stuck on that obsessive thought or that intrusive thought. And then you say it out loud and you're like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea, does it? Use the same thing in your life that you would tell your child, and love yourself like you would love your best friend. Nurture yourself like you would nurture your best friend. On the best days and on the worst days, have your own back and have grace. And love yourself first. You can't love anybody else or know what that would look like or how it should feel if you're not loving yourself. If you don't know how to truly nurture yourself, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Heal yourself first, love yourself first, and move on the way you need to. And then don't go jumping into a relationship again. Yeah, I'm talking to you.